All right, well, we're on the side of the road waiting for a package. In America and the UK and places, the delivery system brings it to your house, and usually they will here too, but when they call to see if you're home, if you're not home, they'll just meet you somewhere. So we're waiting for them to show up to give us a package. Not sure what it is because we've ordered a lot. I'm JC. This is Nat. Together we've helped hundreds of foreigners get more life for less money by having a retirement in Thailand. Now we've set out on a new adventure with the help of Danoi, Kakao, and Gopher. Together, join us on our journey while we turn this into this and make a full forest and help make Thailand green again. The reason we've ordered a lot is because we're getting really close to getting our house delivered, our little mini house, Banoi, and we've been trying to get this whole thing up. There they are. Carrie, hold on one second. Okay, so we got our package. What I was saying was the house is getting ready to be delivered, so we needed to get a slab poured for the foundation for the little house to sit on. We needed power. We have no power there. To get it was city power. To get city power was going to be $1.5 million baht, right, Nat? Yeah, $1.5 million baht. I forget how much that is. Way too much. So we went solar. Now me, I don't think I'm smarter than the average bear, but I could figure this out, the solar thing. I'm telling you. When it comes to solar, people need to know what they're doing. There's just so many variables to consider. Whether you're on grid or off grid, whether you're, the size of the inverters, pure sine wave, modified sine wave, you got poly and mono, solar panels, and then you got inverters and charge controllers, and all this has to work harmoniously. And you can't just buy a bunch of panels and throw them together with a controller, because a controller has limitations. And so all this, I tried to work all this out, and I figured, the price that people were going to do this was expensive, especially if you're going to use lithium ion phosphate batteries, which was out of our budget range. Even though it'd be a good idea to use them, you get a lot more power out of them and they last longer, but they weren't in the budget. This is costing a lot already. And so we're going with gel batteries. But what I did was went ahead and bought the batteries, and I thought I bought a really good charge controller, a hybrid, which we could hook a generator into if we run out of power. But it also has the inverter and everything built in, and that's a 50 amp and 3000 watt inverter, pure sine wave. So I bought some of these things, and then I figured I got to a point where I'm going, okay, I saved a little bit of money by buying those things myself, not getting upsold on them. But now it's time to actually get a professional, somebody who knows what they're doing, to size out the panels to go with this hybrid control box / inverter. Those things need to be fit within parameters, and I'm not sure how many we'll be able to put together or how to put them together, and I don't want to learn how to wire them and everything. Instead of me figuring it all out, I'm going to have a professional do this. So we're going to talk to a guy. We'll buy the panels from him, and that way he's making some money. He'll also charge a fee to install it, but he needs to put the stand up for the panels. We'll buy the panels from him, do the wiring and everything, so we're off to talk to him. And later I'll tell you about how much this whole solar system is going to cost us and how much power we'll have. This little house comes with a little 9,000 BTU air conditioner. Not sure if we're going to be able to run it or not off of what we're buying. We'll see. But also we need water, and we bought a pump, and a submersible pump. But I thought I was buying a DC pump. It turned out to be an AC pump. We took it back. They wouldn't give us some money, and we put it up for consignment to sell. We're just going to go ahead and pick it back up, because I think with the power system we're putting in, it'll run that pump anyway. I would have rather had it solar, but the way most people are describing, if you're going to use a DC pump, submersible pump, you need your own panels and everything. It doesn't really tie in well with a solar system. So anyway, like I said, it's complicated. And so we're going to get some help to go from this point forward, but we're going to go pick up our pump and get it back and go talk to the solar guy about buying some panels and what panels will fit, how many we can get. So that's what we're doing today. See ya. Okay, so we picked up our pump again. See, this one was 900 watt, 1.2 horsepower. It was bigger than what I actually wanted, but I bought it because I thought it was DC or solar power, because it said it had a control box in it. Well, once I got it back to the house, the rest of it was all in Thai. I only saw 900 watt and a control box. I thought, oh, that's DC, no problem. Anyway, once we got to the house, I noticed that the control box wasn't an MPPT controller. It was just a regular, like a switch. And it was like, oh no. So we brought it back. They said, yeah, we can't give you the money, but you can put it on consignment. We'll try and sell it for you. Well, I think our solar system will run this thing. So we went ahead and reconfiscated our pump, and we'll see if it runs off of our solar system. But we'll have to install this thing and give it a shot and see what happens. But we have a pump now as well. So let's go get some solar. So Nat, this was going to be a big day, right?
Yes.
Big day, and I wanted to shoot the video earlier. Look at my shirt blowing up with the wind here. Hopefully it's not humming through the microphone too bad. Big day, right?
Big day.
A lot of things happening today. So two main things were happening. Is one solar guy, I mentioned that we were trying to get solar systems. Solar guy was going to come out and give us the estimate to put up the solar panels. Now I already have a controller, but it turns out the controller's not so good, and so chasing money is not a good idea. Anyway, I think it was how much? 33,000, about $1,000 US. And that's 8 solar panels, hooking the whole system up, putting the panels in the frame, into the ground, and hooking the system up. I have batteries, 2 batteries already, and a controller, but I might use his controller, buy a controller from him, which would be another $300 and something. But he came out to give us the estimate, see if it was gonna, what he was dealing with. And so he came out, and I suggest you getting somebody to do the solar unless you're really smart with electronics and stuff. Second thing was what?
Pour the cement.
Pour the cement for our little house or office that's coming. Now we got an estimate to do that. How much was the people to do the work?
7,000.
7,000, which is about $330 to have them do all the work to frame it out, put the wire mesh down, and float it, right?
And put up 4 poles.
And put up 4 poles for our kitchen that's going to go in. Now, they estimated we needed about maybe 10 cubic meters of cement, but 5 came in a small truck from a long way away, which I don't know. This is why I say source your own material. We went with this guy who said, oh, I'll get CPAC or one of these companies to do this. I think he found one that gave him a commission. I'm not sure. And it was far away. So when they came, put the 5 cubic meters in, and I'll show you, a couple of things happened. Now we waited 3 days so that it wouldn't have been raining and the ground was dry. Well, what happened? So this was a problem. When the truck came this morning, the cement truck already got stuck. And if you can see the angle that truck's sitting, it's gonna have a problem getting out of here. And we're gonna have to bring a tractor or something to pull this guy, because he's stuck pretty deep in there. go once he gets out though. There, he's gone. Go, keep going, keep going. Keep going, don't stop. Truck got stuck. He did get out though, but he poured 5 cubic meters. And did the 5 cubic meters help us out?
No.
No, the 5 cubic meters wasn't enough. So then they said, okay, another 5's coming, but it's not going to fill up the area you have. So they miscalculated with the amount of cement that we were going to need. So I looked at the 5 and determined we probably needed another 8 instead of another 5, an extra 3. And so the truck said, okay, we'll come bring what? 4 cubic meters and 4 cubic meters. Come 2 more times. So they came the second time and poured. And this is what we have with now 9 cubic meters. We have this part filled, right? But the kitchen area isn't filled yet. So we got another 4 cubic meters coming, and hopefully that will fill up the area for where we're going to put the kitchen. We'll see. So there was a miscalculation with how much cement we needed.
Yeah.
And this whole thing is going to cost about $1,000 complete with the people working and everything. 1,000 US. 33, I think it comes to like something like that. So $1,100, something like that. And so we should have the foundation ready. The solar man's going to come back. He says it takes him, we need to okay it, and then he takes about 10 days or so, a week to get here?
1 week.
About a week. He's got to order the solar panels. We're going to get 8 panels and everything. So that's going to happen. We have the well, which you can see the pipe here. I have a pump. I need to get the pump submersed into that. It's a submersible pump. Got to get the pump in, have the wire ready, so when the solar guy comes, we can hook that into the system as well. But that's where we are today. Big day, huh?
Yeah, big.
Yeah, big day. Anyway, that's it. You're updated. We'll see how close I came with the extra 3 cubic meters, if it's going to fill up the kitchen area. Anyway, that's it. See ya.
See ya.
Okay. An update. Now that we have our pump in, we have water. All right, the moment of truth. Nat, her son, and I installed the pump. So if you look down here, we got the pump, we got the wiring hooked up to the box, but we don't have solar power yet. So we're going to test it with the generator. The moment of truth. So we'll start up the generator and then fire up the pump and see if water comes out. Keep your fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed, and let's see what happens. So the pump is in now, and we have water. The slab has been poured for both the little house to sit on and our kitchen to be built, and the 4 poles to be put up for the roof of the kitchen. That done deal, right? But when the truck came to pour that cement, it sank in here and rutted this out. And it rained again since then. It rained for 24 hours straight. So we need to get this road secured and stable for when the truck comes to place the small house or the small building on that slab. So today we're having the truck come to lay down, I think it's 5 or 6 cubic meters of dirt and rock in this area. And so hopefully we're going to fill these ruts in. Then we'll have a tractor come and smooth it out and try and get it flat. Then I'll run over it a whole bunch of times after the tractor leaves and try to get it packed down with the pickup truck. So that's all happened. Now for when the house comes, the building, it's got to have electricity and water. So we've got the solar guy working on putting together an 8-panel array for the power supply, which it's got to supply the building, the pump, and what else? That's about it. Water and electric for the house. So that's going to happen. Now, when the truck came to pour that cement, even though I tried to protect the water pipe here with wood, it crushed part of the water pipe, which isn't a big deal because now it's time to move it from where it is now, the water supply, which goes along here to the house. That's a done deal. We're going to cut that off and start using our supply. So my goal is to go from the water pump to supply the house with water and to supply irrigation for a whole farm project as well. So I got to map this whole thing out. We want our sprinklers to work again that are in our vegetable gardens, but I also want drip irrigation for all the big trees. And we have a fruit orchard back there now, and that put in a little herb garden that's going to be behind where we're staying. So we need to have that watered as well. So I'm going to try and set this all up with valves so it's easy once the pump comes on to fill the tank for the house, which will run off a 12-volt pump to give us some pressure in the house. And in the kitchen area, this is Nat's new herb garden. She's only got a few herbs in there, and we got to protect it from the chickens too, because the chickens will come eat all those seeds. She's got like cilantro. I forget what she's got in there. She's got about 3 things already. But anyway, we've got to protect that from the chickens and get it so we can water it as well. Gopher's enjoying having a slab. I should bring his bicycle over and let him practice on there with the bicycle. Anyway, that's it. That's our project for today. And we'll be letting you know how it goes. And by the end of the day, how far we've gotten in it. All right? When you're on a farm, there's always stuff to do, right? Always an option. See ya. So we're still sitting with our Quan over here that we're waiting for it to fill up with water. We haven't got too much rain, have we?
No.
No, Nat got some flowers planted.
Yeah.
So we got some bougainvillea and some hibiscus planted and stuff like that in her garden. So that's cool. Now the big thing was, I think we left them showing them that we were pouring the slab for the house that's coming and to build our kitchen. But the problem was, what happened to the cement truck when it came?
They're stuck.
That's right, the cement truck got stuck.
Yeah, and they come too late. People working don't waiting.
Yeah, we waited a long time for that truck to come for the third load, and they worked until like 9 or 10 o'clock at night to try and finish off the cement. And so we figured the house that's coming is going to be in a pretty big truck, and so we needed to fix the land so that the truck could come. So look what we got. We have a road, a driveway now, right?
Yeah.
This actually came in how many trucks?
2 trucks.
2 trucks. So 2 loads of it's a combination of dirt and rock. And
Red rock.
how much did the 2 trucks cost?
5,000 baht.
Yeah, 5,000 baht for 2 trucks. How many cubic meter was that, or tons?
2 about 9 tons.
9 tons and about 10 cubic meter or 12 cubic meter? 12 cubic meters. So that was less than $200. And then we had a tractor come 2 times to smooth it all out for us. That was really expensive. How much was the tractor to come 2 times?
300 baht.
$10 US, 300 baht. Good deal, huh? Yeah, good deal. So that happened. That was a big thing. Now we're ready. This is compacted enough where the truck that brings the house can get in, right?
Sure.
And I installed the submersible pump so we have water on our land now. Now we don't have power yet, but I tested it out with a generator and it's good to go. Now what we're trying to do is, you probably see blue pipe lying around on the ground around here. And so what we're trying to do is set up a whole irrigation system. So once the pump is running, we'll be able to just turn some valves and water either through sprinklers or drip irrigation around the property. Before we were running around with cans and hoses and stuff, and I said, no, Nat, that's not such a good deal. So we're going to try and set all that up. So we're working on that and getting all the fittings and everything for that. Another thing is we've been eating some stuff out of the garden, right? We've been eating some Tangmo, which is what?
Melon. Yellow melon.
Watermelon. Yeah, we have yellow watermelon. We have one little green that's going to be a red watermelon. We haven't eaten any of those yet.
No.
We got one small one that's coming. We're having a problem with the termites or something coming up from out in the soil and eating the melon. So we're learning as we go along. And I think we're going to have to, next time we do that, is keep the melons and stuff off the ground. Nat saw a little thing where the guy grows them in hammocks, little watermelon hammocks. I don't think we'll do that, but keep them off the ground. But so far we've eaten the melon. What else?
Cucumber.
Cucumber.
Nothing yet.
Yeah, we have something else. Mulberries,
yeah.
but I'm not eating too many mulberries because Nat's kids get to them before I do. But they're really good, really sweet. And
We have corn.
the corn we should be eating some corn shortly.
Yeah.
Plus, over in this garden here, we've got eggplant and tomatoes, which are growing. They're not ripe enough yet to eat, but that's happening. So that's a done deal. All our plants are still growing, most of them, so that's a good deal.
Yeah, eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus is growing, doing good, and banana trees seem to be doing good. Everything's doing good. We had a couple cashew trees that died, which I want to replace. And then the big thing that just happened, the guy just left, this was something that was major, is, dun, 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 what do we see?
Solar cell.
Yeah, Nat has a little garden. You can see her little herb garden over here. But the guy came today, and so we've got 8 solar panels that he's installed, and he says, okay, he'll come put the inverter and hook everything up and hook our batteries up. We got 200 amp hour gel batteries that we're going to hook up to it, and he'll do that as soon as we have the house delivered. So we got to find out when they're bringing the house. Once the house comes, the solar gets hooked up, the guys come back, put the 4 poles for the kitchen to hold the roof up and stuff. That'll happen, and hopefully that when he does the solar panel, it will also run the pump over here. We're not sure about that yet. We might be running that still off of a generator. But that's what's been going on this week. But we're excited the solar power is going in. Now we had 8 solar panels. The guys bought those and put the stand up, cemented the stand into the ground. He's going to bring the inverter. I think it's a 30 amp. Pretty sure it's 30 or 50 amp, I'm not sure. 30 or 50 amp MPPT charge controller. It's a hybrid, so it also the generator can hook into it to run everything if we run out of sun or we have rainy days. And also it'll charge our batteries. So all that'll go in when the house comes. So everything's waiting on the house to be delivered now. And when the house comes, then I'll finish hooking up the water to it. He'll come back, hook the power up to it. The people who put the foundation over there will come put the poles in for the kitchen. So all that's waiting on the house. So we'll find out about when the house is going to get here. But that's the update. So Natster and Danoy, come on in here. Show me what you got.
What we have? Watermelon.
What color is the watermelon? Red?
Yellow watermelon.
Yellow watermelon. That's right.
Big size.
Well, yeah, they're a pretty good size. We've had some problem with bugs eating them, but we've gotten some out of it. And have you tasted this one yet?
No.
Not yet, huh? Let's give it a taste. Pretty good.
Sweet.
Yeah, sweet. The cucumbers that we've eaten have been pretty good. The skin is a little bit tough, a little bit thick, and they haven't turned really green.
No.
They're like white cucumbers. Anyway, this is a learning curve, and we'll see how that goes. But just wanted to, give you a little B-roll on our watermelon, show you how good it looks. Can't show you how good it tastes, but 2 thumbs up.
Good morning. 2 thumbs up.
See ya. Hey, JC here. If you like that video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here. Also, we have another video up here you're going to be really interested in watching as well. And if you're looking for all the details of how to retire in Thailand in one place, plus a group of people to support you, check this out over here. Give it a click.